Hello everybody, it's Bernadette, Simply Art, Cape Town. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be doing an abstract painting once again using fluid paints, acrylic fluid paints. But before I get working on the canvas, I wanted to show you how I prepare my wood canvases. This is a wood board, MDF board canvas. I wanted to show you how I apply my gesso because I received quite a number of inquiries and questions about how I prepare the wood board. So the first thing I do is I paint the edges a black or whatever color you want. You can paint it, and I use acrylic paint straight out of the jar. I don't dilute it with any water or any pouring medium, just straight from the jar directly onto the wood board. Now I'm going to apply the top layer. I'm going to take some of my gesso, just a tiny bit. That's all I'm going to be using. I'm using a glass plate. And I'm going to wet it with some tap water. I also use the same spray bottle when I spray my paper napkins for swiping, just to thin it down a little bit, not too much. So it looks like a cornstarch. Just a spray of water. And then I'm using a foam brush, just dipping it in, and I'm rubbing it into the canvas. That's all I'm doing, just a thin layer. And you'll notice it dries almost immediately. There's no rule about how much, no book or right or wrong way on how to apply this gesso. This is just what works for me. I've been doing it on all of my wood canvases, and I don't have any issues with my canvases, even my wood rounds warping. This is exactly the same way I treat my wood rounds as well. So just making sure that it's got a coat of gesso on it. Just rubbing that in. My table is shaking. All right. So that's done. I usually leave my wood boards overnight just to dry before I paint on it. It's just my preference. But it dries fairly quickly, so you don't have to let it stand for 24 or 12 hours. 1 hour should be good enough, and then it would be totally dry to start your pour. I just prepare my canvas, my wood canvases, the day before. So once it's dry, I would then tape the sides, but I would not tape it right to the edge. I would start, there's a line, almost an indicator. I would tape it about a few mils from the edge and leave a little lip open. But I'll show you once I've taped it. So we leave that to dry, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so I've used the masking tape And I've prepped the sides of my canvas, and you can see there's a little lip still, part of the wood canvas that I've left open. I haven't taped it right to the edge of the wood board. And then the rest of it, because it's quite a broad masking tape, I've just tucked it on the underside of the wood canvas. So my canvas is dry and it's ready, and I'm going to start my acrylic pour abstract painting. I'm going to be using a greens and yellow palette today. So I've mixed up some Dala's yellow paint, and then I've got 3 different paints in the Zalcraft range. This is the lemon green, I've got the leaf green, and I've got the forest green. I'm going to be using those colors for my swipe, for my base, and then I'm going to be doing some abstract art on the base until the final product. You will see I'm also going to be using my little flow liner bottles to put in some added interesting details. So please enjoy the process with me.